Wednesday. It's Wednesday. All right, guys, here we are. We're back at this. So another day. You've made it through. How about it? Isn't that amazing? Um, so we talked about some really good stuff this week. We talked about, making the best of things, resetting, refocusing. Um, we're gonna talk about something else here. And it's kind of hard to hear sometimes, but I think we all need to hear it occasionally, okay? And it's something that I still struggle with to this day. So it's not like I'm perfect at it, but of course I couldn't come to you guys and say I'm perfect. No, I'm not perfect. I'm far from. But one of the best things that we need to think about when we are meeting anybody in life or having relationships with anybody in life, meeting peers at work or bosses or just anything. One of the strongest sentences you'll ever hear is that people will only treat you how you allow them to treat you. Let that sink in. People will only treat you how you allow them to treat you. Ouch, right? That's hard, but it's so true. I mean, think about the words in that. There's people that we tend to be stronger with. There's some that we're not so strong with. There's some that, we don't, it doesn't even really matter because they're just acquaintances or you'll never see them again. But for those deep, hardcore, serious relationships, okay, think about the phrase that sometimes it's because people will treat you how you allow them to treat you. That was pretty big for me. Like, that was one of the biggest things for me to learn. And I can't say that I've learned it. I've practiced it better. I listen to it more. But I still let people run all over me. And nobody come ask me questions because if it's you, you probably aren't gonna know. No, I'm kidding. I talk a big game, but I do. I have a problem with work. My problem is this. No matter what is asked of me, I always try to say yes. I always try to put myself out there and available, and I always do my best for them. Like, that's 100%. Well, duh, that's what we should do, huh? Well, guys, it's not always healthy, and sometimes they treat us like we allow them to. If they call and treat us like we're a dog and make us work every day and just that we're crap and we're just there to be their slum employees, that's what they're going to do. They're going to treat us like that. And then you're going to be butthurt later on going, oh, why do they think they can do that to me? Well, probably because they've done it before and you didn't care or say anything. So the next time they can do it again. And again. That's how it works. You allow them to start that pattern with you because the first time you didn't say something different, that you didn't have any boundaries, you just went with it. Or maybe you thought, well, I got to do it to make a good impression. Whatever it may be, you said okay. Now, the thing with that is that I can tend to notice it when people are like that with my coworkers. And it really, really irritates me. Like, nothing irritates me more than seeing my coworker get disrespected or treated wrong or whatever. Frustrates me to all hell. Just like irritates me completely, 100%. And then they do the same to me and I'm like, I brush it off, and then later I'm like, whoa, what just happened? That just, what? Really? So part of that whole resetting and refocusing that we talked about yesterday was that sometimes we have to do that with work too. So guys, right now, if you are struggling with this from your boss or somebody at work, stop. Refocus and rethink about what you want or need out of your employment or your employer. Okay? Now, I get it. You can't just up and quit your job because we all need money and a job, and it's understandable. But next time when they call to say, hey, can you work? Say no. It's okay. It's really okay to say no. Or if they've asked you to do something and it's temporary, stay on top of them about it, because you know what? Don't let it stop because you feel bad. Don't say it once and stop. Remind them if needed. Remind them daily if needed. It don't matter. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Nothing. They're really going to do nothing. They might be like, "Oh, did she just say that?" Um, because guys, if you let them keep treating you the way that they're treating you, and it's okay, that's not okay. It will be for a little bit until you're just done. And you know what? There might be a sense of you don't have to be done if you would just have your boundaries or whatever. Okay? Um Relationships are the same way, you know? If you allow somebody to yell at you and berate you and cuss you and do all the things that you're not really okay with, and you become okay with it because it's easier than having to deal with it, guys, stop. Stop. I am no angel. Please don't think that I am, because I'm not. I have my downfalls, and maybe I get a little. I don't know. I can't say. I get a little loud. I think maybe when I get upset or my feelings hurt. I'm sure I do. Um, and I get it. It's really nothing big, but it is like if it's something that makes you feel like it's not okay, then don't be okay with it. Put your foot down, right? Um, the one thing that I appreciate about William is he's always like, "Are you going to tell me if you don't like it, or if I said something wrong, or this, or just always asking me." And I think at this point in our relationship, he's like, "She's going to tell me." And I think he probably really hit probably about a month or so ago when he cooked something, and I was just like, not my fave, because I don't want him to keep cooking me that same stuff, so I'm going to tell him it's not my fave. Like, I'm not going to let him keep doing that. I'm going to change the way he cooks for me. It's the same theory and the same thought process, guys. Just don't allow whatever to happen. Just if you have a voice up on it, speak up on it. Like I said, same theory, and poor William. Guys, and I use that because it's something that I can use that's kind of relational to that, okay? Because again, people treat you the way that you allow them to treat you, right? So if I tell him everything is good and everything is good and everything is good, but deep inside I'm like, no, what's he gonna do? He's gonna keep doing it. Why? Because I've said it's okay. And I think he thought that I did that forever until, like I said, a month ago or so. And he cooked something and I was like, he said, well, first I saw it in your face. And I'm like, oh, I would have told you. Because I don't ever want to have to hide my voice, first off, and I don't ever want to make him think that something's good if it's not. So it's the same theory on that. It's the same theory, like I said, with work. If you get called into work and then you get mad about it, well, don't get mad about it unless you said no. Or you've done something different. I mean, this is kind of like yesterday. I got called in. I didn't want to go to work. Didn't at all. But you know what? I made the best of it. And I thought, you know what? It will help them out. I will get my time. Um, so I put it back on them. I can do this until this. And guess what? Because I put my foot down, they were okay with it. And it really happened. But if I would have just been like, I'll work. and then not done anything different. And then the next time I'll work and not done anything else different. Guys, they're going to think that they can call you every time they need somebody to work. No, that's not okay. Especially if it makes you unhappy or uncomfortable or you're not enjoying it. Period. Okay? So with that, I'm just going to say this. People are only going to treat you how you allowed them to treat you. People are only going to do what you allow them to do. People are only going to say what you allow them to say. And all of that, my friends, comes back to have boundaries. Know what they are. Figure them out. And be okay and comfortable with you. Because the more comfortable you are with you, the easier this is to fix. For sure. Okay? Yay! Tomorrow's Friday. End of another week. What a great week. So come back tomorrow and let's talk about it. I don't know what we're going to talk about. Actually, I do. So come back tomorrow and we'll talk some more. Thanks, guys.